be great to get your words, what it is that project management is. What do you do?
So the project managers are the people that, the facilitators, the people that bring everyone together, making sure that the client gets the best of Crux. They're getting the knowledge and experience of the whole project management team. We're always learning from each other and leveraging each other's experiences, seeing opportunities where Crux can add value.
Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Crux Spotlight podcast. Crux is a leading international product design agency that designs products for organisations across the world with a focus on business success. I'm Dominic Walters, an independent consultant, and in this series I'm looking at what makes great product design and in particular what makes Crux so good at it. In this episode we're looking at project management. What helps bring things together on time and on budget. And to do that, I'm delighted to be joined by Ellie Lewis from the Crux Project Management team. Ellie, hello. Please tell us about the project management team, who's in it, and I guess in particular what the team does.
Yeah, sure. Hi, Dom. How's it going? Nice to be here today. So project management at Crux, we're currently a team of 13 project managers strong. When I started at Crux about 2.5 years ago, we were at sort of 4 or 5. Right. So you can see that it's grown in numbers quite a bit in the last couple of years, which is great to see. And then we also have a dedicated project administrator supporting the team as well. So in that team, we've all got a wealth of different experiences, but mainly working within the design and engineering industry. So but we've all got lots of different experiences that we bring to the team and constantly learning from each other.
And why do you think the team has grown so quickly? Is it because obviously more work coming in, but also is it because of the growing importance of project management? Yeah,
exactly. So we have got a lot busier as a company in the last couple of years. Things have really picked up a pace or two. But Crux really understands the importance of excellent project management and what it brings to a project, really making sure that things are running smoothly, efficiently, and we're all sort of focused on the same end goal throughout the course of the project.
Well, I'd like to pick up on that because it'd be great to get your words, what it is that project management is. What do you do as a project manager?
So as a project team, we manage lots of technically challenging briefs that our clients present to us, and we manage projects from end to end. So we might take on a brief at the proposal stage and working closely with the client to help define the scope and understand what they need from the project. And then we'll manage that through from concept to development to delivery of that product. So we're seeing the product throughout its whole life cycle, basically. Not every project runs in that way. We might kind of come in at different points as Crux at different points throughout that process. Okay. But as a project management team, we're bringing everyone together and making sure that we're all focused on the end goal and ultimately delivering to the high levels of quality that we set ourselves, the expectations. Yeah.
So as a client then, if I were a client of Crux, I'd be dealing mostly with a project manager.
So how it kind of works is that the project manager is that key client contact. So we will support from a commercial aspect as well as keeping the communications live with the team. So we don't have to solely be that only contact, but we would be the main port of call for the client.
Okay. Now, I know that the approach to project management in Crux is special, is different. What makes it different? What makes it better, I suppose?
I think we're a really close-knit project management team at Crux, which is really nice. We don't necessarily work together on the same project, so we don't spend a huge amount of time on project, but off project we sit quite closely together in the office and we're always learning from each other and leveraging each other's experiences. So from a client's perspective, they're getting the knowledge and experience of the whole project management team and not just the one project manager that's working on the project.
It's interesting you mentioned that you and your colleagues have got engineering backgrounds, design backgrounds. So as well as the project management skills, you also have expertise in what your colleagues are doing. And that must bring some benefits as well, I would imagine.
Yeah, exactly. So we understand how the process works in terms of design development. We understand some of the intricacies. So we're not involved in the technical detail, but we have enough of an understanding to make an impact. And we're constantly, as project managers, probing the technical team and ensuring that they're kind of thinking of all avenues, and the focus is kept on the client's end goal and what they're hoping to achieve. We do work on some lots of really exciting, technically challenging projects, so it's easy to get stuck into the detail and for people to focus on some of the bits that may seem, the most interesting, but not necessarily a full focus on the end goal. So we're making sure that end goal is always maintained and kept an eye on throughout the course of the project.
So you could ask some tough and informed questions.
Yeah, I think so, because we can be a bit naive to it. I'm not an engineer myself, so I don't know the technical details, but we're there to ask those challenging questions and there to challenge the work that's being done to make sure we're staying within scope, delivering on time and ultimately to budget as well.
So you're in some ways the eyes and ears for the client day to day, and you can then report back to the client on what's being done, why it's being done, and where you are in the process, I guess.
Yeah, I think as project managers, one of the key things that's really important for us is that relationship that we have with the client. Yeah. So from the beginning, we're really diving into the detail and understanding what the client is looking for, and making sure that we're constantly referring back to that throughout the course of the project, and we have regular updates with the client on project process and how the project's progressing. So we like to bring the client on the journey with us throughout the project, as giving them as much or little as exposure to the development work that we're doing as they want to. So we're always keeping them informed with kind of how we're going and how we're getting on, making sure that we're always aligned to their needs and how the project's progressing. Like, they might have the project progress in different ways throughout the course of the project, but we always keep a focus on flexibility and adaptability and making sure that we're moving with the changes of the project as well. Just because we've set out to do something from the beginning, it doesn't mean that isn't going to change throughout the course of the project. So as project managers, we're making sure we're moving with anything that changes with the project from the client's perspective as well.
Okay, so just to build on that, if I may. So I guess when you're selecting a design agency, many people would look at their technical expertise, and rightly so. Many would not necessarily look at their project management expertise. They take that as a given. But I think what you're saying is, at Crux, it's another competitive advantage. It's another benefit that clients can have. So it would be good just to go back over those key benefits that your approach to project management brings to your clients, please.
Yeah, I think you touched there on a key thing, that the technical aspect is really important, and we do really understand that. And for Crux, quality is like the number one priority, making sure that we're always delivering to the highest quality that we can. So at Crux, we've got really big wealth of knowledge, loads of technical experts, lots of really highly intelligent people to lean on. So Crux has that, but without the project management team pulling together the right people at the right time, with the focus on the project and the end goal, then we wouldn't be delivering as efficiently and as effectively as we are. So the project managers are the people that, the facilitators, the people that bring everyone together, making sure the right people are in the right place at the right time. So the client is therefore then leveraging the expertise that Crux has as a whole company, rather than just the one or two experts that they might have working on the project.
I see, right. So I as a client, I would have the comfort of knowing that everybody is having input to my project, that it's being controlled, so it's going to be delivered on time, or if for whatever reason that can't happen, I'm going to know in advance so we can plan around it. So I've got someone who's keeping me informed all the time, who has my interests, but also has a professional understanding, a technical understanding of what's going on. Yeah,
exactly. And at Crux, everyone is very invested, very interested in the type of work that's going on. So as project management teams, we have regular meetings with wider senior stakeholders at Crux, and we're constantly sharing project updates with how things are progressing. And resource is a constant juggle, as you can imagine. We've got lots of people involved and lots of different types of projects. So we're always reviewing the resource working on the project and pulling people in at the right times when we think we can inject a bit more of this or that to elevate the project.
You must have lots of spreadsheets. Things like that.
Yeah, we have a lot of spreadsheets. Yeah, we do. Yeah. We do have a lot of spreadsheets as the project management team for sure. They all link. I couldn't tell you how they all work. I know how to use them, but not necessarily how to fix them if anything goes wrong. We got special members of the team that
Right.
nominated for each spreadsheet to be the troubleshooter there.
Right. So people have allocated roles in the process.
Yeah, exactly. We share a lot of the responsibilities as the project management team that we have. There's various internal reports that need to be generated to kind of see how projects are tracking against budget and timeline, and along with clients' expectations, and if there's anything that's technically challenging on a project that might need to pull on additional senior teams, that gets raised as well.
Okay.
Throughout regular meetings.
Well, the Crux approach obviously is working, because I understand that you've recently been nominated for an award. Please tell us a bit about that, what you did, and why it was so good.
Great. We recently entered an award and entered a submission for Social Project of the Year award with the Association of Project Management. And the project itself was to design a low-cost respiratory device which would be deployed in a pre-pandemic state globally, with a special focus on the users, and particularly users in a low to middle income country, to make sure that we're designing so the device would be fully accessible to as many people across the world as possible, basically.
Yeah.
So a case study was COVID-19 for this, and what we'd be designing is hopefully a prevention device, and the best form of prevention is something that everyone can kind of take and has accessibility to.
Yeah.
So a real focus on this project was the user needs, and that was really key for successful project delivery here.
And so what was it about the project management approach that helped you do that, helped you ascertain those needs and act upon them?
So we had something both very technically challenging and also very challenging from a user perspective. So two quite contrasting requirements. Also, this was a really early stage program, so the requirements weren't necessarily set. So that's something that we had to define and form ourselves. So that was challenging within itself. So as a project manager, it was a key responsibility of mine to help set that scope and help kind of define things as best as possible with the knowledge that we had to date. But going back to what I was saying earlier about the usability challenge and the technical challenge, meant that we had several teams involved. So we have a range of functions here at Crux, and most of them touch this project. So therefore there was a lot of stakeholders involved, lots of different team members. So it was really key that the communication plan and structure was set from the beginning. So everyone understood what they could expect from me as a project manager, what they could expect from themselves and other members of the team. So we could collaborate and work really effectively together, like right from the beginning.
I guess that clarity of understanding and expectations is crucially important, I guess.
Yeah, it's absolutely crucial for people to be working together and understanding what those expectations are of each other, and making sure that people are feeding in at the right points throughout the project. So no one's working in silos.
Right.
Everyone's working together to bring all the knowledge into one design and make sure that we're technically meeting the brief and also meeting it from the user challenge perspective as well.
Just picking up on that point, Adam, it's interesting to know how, if at all, clients' expectations of project management have changed in the last few years.
I think clients' expectations on project management really depends on experience that they've had with project management in the past.
Right.
I think it's really important for clients to understand the work that we do and how important it is for project managers to be involved along the way, as we're really encouraging that collaboration. And I know that trust is a really key thing to clients here, and it's something that's earned. So part of our job as a project manager is to ensure that the client has confidence in the work that we're doing as a team, and making sure that they know that we've got their end goal in sight.
Yes, I guess that trust is crucial, I imagine. I think there is an old proverb, maybe a Dutch proverb, I think, which is it trust comes on foot and goes on horseback, which I think means it's easy to lose trust. Anyway, so it's crucially important, I can imagine that. Look, you obviously enjoy your work. So what is it about project management that gives you most satisfaction? What do you enjoy most about it, Ellie?
I do really enjoy my job as a project manager. I've been doing so for over 9 years now. So yeah, it's something that I do really enjoy. I think you have to enjoy it to stay in it. But I really enjoy working with a variety of people, lots of different people. Everyone makes working here pretty enjoyable.
Yeah.
And I work across a wide variety of projects. So as a project manager, we're juggling multiple projects at once. So every day is different, learning something new every day. People are always tackling different problems, and the conversations that I'm overhearing, it's learning something new every day, and problems that you didn't even know existed, or things that people are working on that you didn't even know could be problems, and watching lots of people come together forming very clever solutions to those problems as well is super interesting.
Yeah, I can imagine it must be fascinating seeing how the different bits fit together and then work together to produce something new and different.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that is kind of one of the key things that I really do enjoy when we get to work on something really new and really innovative. Is super exciting. So it really motivates the team as well. At Crux, we do a lot of things where we're working on something for the first time, either something that Crux hasn't done before or something that hasn't been done before at all.
And I guess it's also reassuring for clients that when you are looking at stuff that's not been done before, you're doing it in a structured way that's proven. You're applying techniques that work, a structure around project management that's proved successful and reliable in the past. So that takes away a certain amount of the uncertainty, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think we try to, I think the phrase, one of my old colleagues was, there's never a problem, there's always an opportunity.
Right.
So if there's a problem, there's always an opportunity to fix it or think of something new or improve it and make it better.
Yeah.
And that's something that we're doing all the time at Crux. So even if we haven't done it before, we're giving clients the confidence that we know how to tackle this problem. We've tackled lots of different problems in the past, and we've always got to a solution. So we do know how to get to the bottom of what they're trying to uncover.
You know what makes a project successful and work.
Yeah, exactly.
We touched a bit about how the team has grown quite considerably in the last couple of years, and some of the ways in which client expectations have changed in the last couple of years. Let's switch the focus and look ahead a bit now, please, Ellie. So what do you think are some of the future trends that are going to affect project management at Crux, and what is Crux doing to anticipate those and prepare for them?
I think the future of project management, we're constantly looking to make efficiencies and improve our processes, make more streamlined. I think the use of AI will be pretty key in creating some of those tools and uncovering ways that we can make those efficiencies.
So you mentioned AI. So how do you see AI influencing and affecting and changing project management?
We've got a wealth of knowledge here at Crux. We've been working on projects for 20 plus years. So we've seen lots of different types of projects, have lots of different information in terms of how they're planned and the structure that those can form. So if we can pull all of that information together and be able to efficiently draw from it, or form plans more efficiently by having all that information pulled together, I think that can really be leveraged, and then we can spend less time on the setup of projects and then more time on implementing those plans,
right,
and paying closer attention to the details and making sure that everything's covered throughout the course of the project.
So you can spend your time where it has even more material benefit to the project.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Ellie, the award sounds fascinating and the work you were doing sounds very groundbreaking. So what's the next stage with that award?
The next steps are we're waiting to find out if we've been successful in the award. Okay. So the first stage was a written submission summarising the project and the impact that we had as project managers on it. And then the second stage was a presentation that we presented to a panel of judges with a bit more in-depth detail about the project and in specific areas. So we're waiting to find out more and see how we've got on.
Oh, well, fingers crossed and good luck for the right outcome.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we shall see.
Ellie, to bring us into land, you've talked us through lots of elements of good project management and how you do it here at Crux. So it'd be great to get, in summary, what you see as being the key parts that make up the approach to project management at Crux and make it successful, please.
I think at Crux, our project managers, the key things are the collaboration, the flexibility and adaptability to always be changing and working with our clients' needs, and as the project progresses, seeing opportunities where Crux can add value rather than just sticking to the thing that we might have said we'd originally do. So yeah, working collaboratively with the client, bringing them along the journey as well, and making sure that we're always bringing everyone together and making sure that the client gets the best of Crux.
Particularly interesting what you were saying there about spotting other opportunities, because that may not be something clients would expect from project managers, but would be delighted to have. So tell us a bit more about that, please. How does that work, and what happens when you do spot an opportunity?
Because we work so closely with the project team on a daily basis, and we're listening into conversations, and when we're having regular catch-ups with the clients as well, showing them how the project's progressing, we're always listening and paying close attention to things that people are discussing, and we can spot opportunities that we think that Crux can add value potentially from a different department, different function, or we think that there's a bit more to be uncovered from a problem. So we're always paying very close attention to that as project managers as well, because we think that that really forms part of the trust that we have with the client. If we can understand their needs, then we can give them the confidence that we're doing the very best for their project.
So it's by no means just about spreadsheets. It's even more important to be curious, to collaborative, and to have the interests and understand what the client is trying to do in the client's business as well. Yeah,
we're far more than spreadsheets, for sure. And I think any of our clients that we work pretty closely with have formed relationships with project managers and hopefully understand the value that we add to the project as well. But yeah, it's really bringing the team together, making sure that everyone's enabled and everyone can focus on the task at hand without being distracted by any kind of surrounding noise, making sure that the priority number one is the success of the project.
And so to finish, Ellie, what is one thing that you would like people to take away from this conversation about project management at Crux?
It would be the importance that Crux places on project management, and the understanding that Crux really backs the role of a project manager and sees the importance in that client relationship, the client building, and how we execute effective and efficient delivery of projects.
Thank you very much, Ellie. Thank you for your time.
Great.
And thank you very much for joining us for this episode of the Crux Spotlight podcast series. I look forward to seeing you for a future edition when we look at another aspect of Crux product design. Thank you.